All right, everyone. So Marvel Rivals has gotten an update. I believe it's its first update. Here is the patch. Okay, so we're going to start with the general. When playing highlights and recordings, crosshair deviation would be significant and there was a possibility for lag. The issue has been resolved. Changing where highlights were saved would cause the game to crash. The issue has been resolved. Players joining a quick match as a replacement may not be able to see heroes equipped costumes. This issue has been resolved. Mission progress on the season event screen would not display correctly. The issue has been resolved. Fixed some textual errors. More fixes will be coming in a future update. After the crash, the game had a chance to freeze for a long period of time before closing. This issue has been resolved, and now the game will close after crashing. Fix some relatively common crash issues. So the general, all of it was just making everything better, right? The performance of the game better to stop issues where it was crashing. Now we're going to get into the maps and game modes. On certain maps, particularly Hydra, Charter's Base, Hell's Heaven, and Clintar Symbiotic Surface, sorry if I mispronounced any of those, special collisions on the edges would cause the player's character to become stuck or clip through and enter strange areas. These issues have been largely resolved, but as this affects multiple maps and areas, this bug may be present elsewhere. We will work to continue fixing such issues and develop a solution to thoroughly prevent them. In the foggy areas of Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda, Hall of Djala, and Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda, Birin T'Challa, sorry once again if I mispronounced those, fog would disappear from Hela and Storm's perspectives when they activated their ultimates. The issue has been resolved. After Jeff the Landshark was revived while in the fog, his teammates and enemies would not be able to see the special effects of Joyful Splash. This issue has been resolved. In Hydra Charter Space Hell's Heaven, Frozen Airfield. In competitive, if a player was KO'd while moving near a target area, it would cause the lightings to behave abnormally. The issue has been resolved. During matches, disconnecting and reconnecting could cause desynchronization of some doors, i.e., a door locked to be closed, but the player could walk through, a door locked to be open, looked to be open, but the player couldn't walk through. The issue has been resolved. Hydra Charter Base Hell's Heaven, Ederic Monument. When the target area is ascending or descending, if Adam Warlock used his ultimate, his teammates would potentially revive and be stuck beneath the terrain if they were right on the target area platform. This issue has been resolved. When the target area is ascending or descending, if Thor or Loki were revived by Hela's team up ability, they would potentially revive and be stuck beneath the terrain. And if they were right on the target area platform, the issue has been resolved. When the target area is ascending or descending, if Jeff the Land Shark used his ultimate to devour characters, they would potentially become stuck beneath the terrain if they were right on the target area platform. This issue has been resolved. When the target area is ascending or descending, if Winter Soldier hit an enemy with his ultimate and they landed right on the target area platform, damage may be lost. This has been resolved. When switching between rounds in competitive, if the destination was not the last stage of the map, it would cause the vehicle's effective range to not display it when it approached the destination, impacting determination of the effective occupation range. This issue has been resolved. Upon reaching the third round in competitive convoy or convergence, heroes had a chance to carry over their ultimate energy from the second round. This issue has been resolved, and heroes will no longer inherit their ultimate energy. Heroes. When the Wolverine had his Deadpool and Wolverine costume equipped, no ability voice lines other than the Undying Animals ability line would play. This issue has been resolved. After Star-Lord's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3's MVP animation played, sound effects would not be played in the results screen. This issue has been resolved. When Iron Fist used pings, the corresponding voice lines would not be triggered. This issue has been resolved. The description for ADS sensitivity in Black Widow's settings was incorrect. This issue has been resolved. In certain situations, Black Widow's ultimate would not recover energy as intended. This issue has been resolved. In certain extreme situations, Captain America's ultimate wouldn't end as intended. This issue has been resolved. When Doctor Strange's portals triggered terrain KOs, they would mistakenly restore Doctor Strange's ultimate energy. For now, we have disabled the portal's terrain KO attribution to temporarily fix this issue, i.e., terrain KOs will not count towards Doctor Strange's own KOs. Rest assured, this bug will be resolved in a future update, at which time we'll restore the portal's KO attribution. And then there's just other stuff with PC and console, but I'm out of breath basically reading all that. But I kind of like reading this as someone who plays Marvel Rivals. Those updates were extremely specific, and what that means is that they are trying to fix very specific problems with the game. So it's, a lot of games, they don't do any updates, they don't do any patches for a long time, and then they fix these broad issues that people have. But the problem is that usually people are just happy a game like that has any sort of fix at all. Versus with this game, it's pretty clear they're fixing very minute problems, but they in some cases can be game breaking or game altering, and that's what we want. You want a game that's really looking to perfect it, and you do these small updates that make the quality of life for everybody a lot better. So Marvel Rivals so far is doing everything right. Cannot wait to keep playing this game, but that's the first big update coming in December of 2024.